trying to be too cool, but what about ski? Oh, nigga dumb ass got checked out of school, and folks be sitting big giving them the blues. 556 have a nigga hollering, think I'm capping, go act Lil Mar. I been sliding LG long way from Dodge, free take out them weak ass charges.
Alright, where we at with it, my boy? Where we at with it?
Man, we in North Haven, Tennessee, man. Middle of nowhere, man. The land, man.
Man, what's your rap name for the people that don't know?
My name is Zayy Staccs, man.
So how long you been rapping, my boy?
I ain't gonna lie, I just started rapping. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even been rapping a full 6 months, man.
So how old you is for the people that don't know?
Oh, 17.
What's something you would change or you wouldn't change nothing about this shit, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The way life going, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't change shit about this shit right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I just got shot in November. I was just broke last year.
Did you like, how that shit make you feel like getting shot and surviving and shit like that, man?
15 shots. Lesson learned.
15?
15. On my mama,
You took 15?
15 times. Still out here sliding.
15?
Memphis police say a man is dead and 2 others injured following a shooting that happened last night in Frayser. MPD says that shooting happened about 10:30 near a smoke shop on Frayser Boulevard near Ardmore Street.
The search is on for 2 people accused in a deadly shooting in Frayser.
Tonight, the vape store has an open sign on it, but it's not open tonight. Police has shared that this argument started inside this vape store, and within minutes, it spilled outside and turned deadly.
We got our hands on the surveillance video that shows people just running from that store.
A scary Saturday night at Sonny's Exotic Smoke Shop in Frayser, as multiple people can be seen running outside the store at 10:21 p.m. One man didn't make it far.
We've blurred the image of a 17-year-old boy who died in the doorway.
You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, lled. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood. In the murderous, treacherous trenches of Memphis, Tennessee, crime is still running rampant, despite the National Guard being deployed there by the government. And guess what? Residents are still worried that, crime is gonna spiral out of control even more with more murders, more robberies, more carjackings, more senseless killings are being done every day. A lot of the residents there are scared for their lives. Many are saying that they can be anywhere at any given time and a shootout just might start happening. They get caught in a crossfire. And many innocent people are losing their lives and many people are getting injured from this type of activity that's going on around the city of Memphis. In a neighborhood of Memphis called Frayser, where they've seen an uptick and rise of crime lately, you have a story of an up-and-coming aspiring rapper from Memphis, 17 years old, known to his fans as Zayy Staccs, known to family and friends as Xavier Jackson, lost his life there at a smoke shop, a vape shop there called Sonny's Smoke Shop. Xavier was only about an hour and a half away from celebrating his 18th birthday, and according to reports, Memphis police are investigating a shooting Saturday night at a Frayser smoke shop that left a 17-year-old dead and 2 others in critical condition, according to the officials. A scary Saturday night at Sonny's Exotic Smoke Shop in Frayser was caught on camera as multiple people can be seen running outside the store at 10:21 p.m. The teen didn't make it far as others trampled over him. He was on the ground in the doorway for 9 minutes before Memphis police arrived on the scene. Next door at Magic Wireless, WREG met the store's owner, who would not speak on camera but showed us inside his store where multiple bullets entered. One hitting the wall, another hit the glass case full of merchandise, and one more hitting his computer. He said he spoke with the owner of Sonny's Exotics, who is currently in the hospital after getting shot in the back. He was told that the altercation had occurred between 2 customers inside the shop, but he was unclear as to why they were fighting. His account matches what officers reported. The teen was pronounced dead on the scene, and 2 people, one 34 and the other 32, were taken to the hospital in critical condition, according to police. Investigators say early information shows that a disturbance inside the store before the shooting happened involved 2 of the victims and 2 unidentified men. Of the 5 unidentified men that can be seen running from the store after the shooting, police are looking for the man in all black seen running and the man in the blue shirt who tramples over the victim. after a teenager was left dead and 2 others in critical condition. Frayser resident Derenika shared her thoughts on the incident.
The crime in Frayser, I think, is pretty much higher than any crime in Memphis. It's so bad where I don't even let my child go outside.
Tonight, the search is on for 2 people accused in a deadly shooting in Frayser. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Serta. Memphis police say this started with a disturbance inside of a store and ended with 3 people shot. One of them did not survive.
Carolyn, tonight the vape store has an open sign on it, but it's not open tonight. Police has shared that this argument started inside this vape store, and within minutes it spilled outside and turned deadly. Tonight, investigators are still working to piece together who all was involved. Now, gunfire erupted Saturday night in Frayser, killing a man and injuring 2 others. According to Memphis police, officers responded to the 2200 block of Frayser Boulevard just before 10:30 p.m. When they arrived, they found 3 men with gunshot wounds. 1 man was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other 2 were rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Now, MPD says preliminary information shows the shooting started with a disturbance inside the store involving the 2 injured men and 2 unidentified men who later left the scene, one in all black and the other wearing a blue shirt. Now, we're still working to learn the identity of the man killed and any more information about the gunman. Police are urging anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers.
After the death of Zayy Staccs, his name will start going viral on social media for being caught up in that smoke shop shooting that left him deceased there in the doorway, as the news reports described, being left there for 9 minutes until MPD showed up. Wow, that's cold. Many people started pouring in their condolences and their prayers and started to, give more information on who was involved in this incident that took place there at Sonny's Smoke Shop. And Zayy Staccs lost his life just an hour and a half right before his birthday, his 18th birthday. On many different various Facebook posts, people will start naming the man who was with Zayy Staccs when this whole ordeal took place at that smoke shop. Castelia Cam, also a rapper who has videos out on YouTube as well.
Trap never closed, no. Walk what I pulled up. I never fold out. Micro, it can't fold up. Got her on the road, 2-3 hoes on the way to Vegas. She wanna play with me, but I don't play ho. I am not no stage.
He was with Zayy Staccs at the time of the shooting, leaving him injured and having to be hospitalized, along with the store manager who, as I reported earlier, was shot in the back during the whole altercation. Castelia Cam and the store owner were rushed to the hospital and they were in critical condition, but they are expected to survive. Unfortunately for the up-and-coming Memphis rapper, Zayy Staccs, he would lose his life there at that Sunny Smoke Shop in Frayser.
First tonight, a group of men seen running caught on surveillance cameras after a shooting in Frayser left 1 man dead, 2 others in critical condition. Startling surveillance video Saturday night. Seconds after a shooting, you see a group sprinting from a smoke shop. But one of those people didn't make it far. We've blurred the image of a 17-year-old boy who died in the doorway. Back at Sonny's Exotic Smoke Shop off Frayser Boulevard today, 1, 2, 3, 4 bullet holes covered the front window of the now closed business. Memphis police tell us a 32-year-old and 34-year-old were also injured in the shooting. Sources tell WREG the violence broke out after 2 people inside the smoke shop got into an argument. Tonight, the search is on for those responsible. Sandra Bibbs says hearing a teenager was killed hits home. As far as the presence of the Memphis Safe Task Force and the National Guard, these people we talk to hope as a community there can be improvement and not rely on law enforcement.
MPD did not give a car description of the suspects that were running from the smoke shop after the shooting. And this lets us know that according to the video footage that was put out, the surveillance footage on this, showing the incident, these guys didn't look to be jumping in any type of vehicle, leading us to believe that they left and fled on foot after the shooting. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have all these guys' identities, being that they probably, walked into the smoke shop with no mask on, being that it wasn't a robbery being reported. Okay, from what we know, these guys had an altercation in the smoke shop inside. Okay, so no telling how long they was inside together, right, before the altercation. So, kind of puzzled they haven't put out the actual faces for these individuals who were in the smoke shop. That's kind of, weird at this point. At the same time, you're dealing with a homicide of another teenager who was just about to turn 18, in a couple more hours before that shooting. And here you have a situation where they're only putting out so much footage showing these guys running away, and it's very grainy footage of the surveillance video that they put out. Investigators say that the shooting was not random. According to early findings, an argument broke out inside the store involving several men, and what started as a verbal dispute quickly escalated. Witnesses reported seeing the group move outside, tensions rising, and then the eruption of gunfire that sent bystanders scrambling for cover. Police are still piecing together who fired first and what the argument was about, but they believe more than one person may have been armed. Detectives spent hours processing the scene, collecting shell casings, reviewing surveillance footage, and trying to track down witnesses who fled during the chaos. And that could also be something other people who were there shopping at the time, right? All those people who fled from there, right? They are witnesses to this homicide that took place, okay? And they're trying to track down witnesses who fled from the chaos. No arrests have been announced, but authorities say that they are pursuing multiple leads and are urging anyone with information to come forward. So like I said, I'm pretty sure they got all these people on camera. They just, not releasing the inside footage yet because, this right here will give everybody a clear picture of who everybody is. But that could, put the other people who were witnesses' lives at stake. But you have the owner back open again. He has this smoke shop back, open for business. So obviously, if he's still in the hospital, they haven't given an update, but he was shot in the back. Either he's back at work or, his family done opened back up. So he's not concerned about being a witness. Now, internet rumors will start circulating about what took place at that smoke shop to cause this deadly shooting and the death of Zayy Staccs. And many people have their own opinions and many people have their own narratives as to what possibly could have transpired at that smoke shop in Frayser. But as of now, we don't know exactly what they were arguing about. But one thing we do know is that Zay had already been through a previous situation where he had been shot 15 times, as he stated in that 5 month ago video vlog that he was appearing in on YouTube, and just about the hood in North Haven and things of that nature, how he came up and how he started rapping. Okay, he gave the story about how he had been shot 15 times and survived.
Man, where we at with it, my boy? Where we at with it?
Man, North Haven, Tennessee, man. Middle of nowhere, man. The land, man.
Man, what's your rap name for the people that don't know?
My name is Zayy Staccs, twin.
Man, y'all, we in the middle of the store right now. Can anybody just post up in the store like this, show this shit? Come on, damn, man. So nobody can't do that, folks. Nobody can't do that. How that shit make you feel like getting shot and surviving and shit like that, man?
15 Listen, learn.
15?
15. On my mama, guy.
You took 15?
15 Still out here sliding.
15?
Now, the sister of Zayy Staccs will speak out on Facebook, and she will also make a post saying that this shit is unreal, man. Little brother, I saved you once. Being able to take care of you in the hospital was the best feeling a big sister could experience. Zayy Staccs, I'm so hurt I couldn't save you this time, twin. Heartbroken emojis with the exclamation marks. Okay, now, when she posted this on Facebook, she was talking about, what Zayy Staccs had mentioned in his interview, that he had been shot 15 times and survived. She will also go live on her Facebook page with more family members, and she will give more insight from what the knowledge that they had, about the whole situation and the occurrence at the smoke shop and what took place. This is what they said happened, okay? And despite of what the social media and the internet rumors were that took place at the smoke shop, this is what the family had to say.
I'm talking about real. I gotta work. You on a shirt, that don't even sound right. That don't even feel right. You made it through 15 shots.
You could survive.
You.
This ain't have nothing to do.
It ain't had nothing to do with you. It ain't had nothing to do with you.
If I knew it had something to do with you, and I know you went out with a bang to I've been straight. Because this ain't had shit to do with you.
I ain't fool. Damn, Zay, you should saw Mama face expression. When we just told her what happened. We so lost for words right now. We, motherfucker really can't even say too much. Cause it's like, damn. That's all what a motherfucker really can say is damn. Cause there's some crazy ass shit. There's some wild ass shit. It wasn't even supposed to go like this. It's hitting. It's hitting hard. It's hitting.
This is hitting. Damn, that's crazy. It's hitting hard because she having a flashback.
She was good. She was there the first time. My brother got hit like that. And she did everything I told her to do until we made it there. Literally. She the only motherfucker that had common enough sense to follow the instructions literally to the deep. Then y'all just don't know how I feel. Me being me at work, being able to take care of him at work. And was there with him through all 3, 4 his surgeries. That shit hit. That shit hit.
Now, according to the sister, as you heard, the family is saying that whatever occurred at that smoke shop, this argument, right, this disruption that went on up there had nothing to do with Zay. And that, he lost his life for nothing, basically. Right? Behind something he had nothing to do with. So this right here is telling us a lot. And, you have people commenting. Now, I seen a comment that caught my attention, right? And this would, definitely contradict with what the family is saying, because this comment, it states that y'all can crack y'all's jokes, but it took 5 MFers against 1 YN. Meaning that I guess and assume that they're talking about Zayy Staccs, who lost his life. Now, we know Cam was also there and he was injured, right? Cam is older. And so with them saying this, it makes me wonder, what do they know about this situation that hasn't came out yet? Or is this just, information that somebody's trolling with? But, being that all those people did run out that store, looked like more than, 5 people, or maybe right at 5 people that ran out that store, right? So, this right here was very alarming that they made this comment, being that this information was not put out there by law enforcement or by the family. And we got to keep in mind, like I stated earlier, okay, they have the inside footage of inside the smoke shop when this altercation took place. They could see how many people engaged in this argument, if it was actually a 5 against 1 situation. They never said that, okay? They said that it was 2 men that got in an argument with 2 other men, okay? And a total of 3 people were shot, including the store owner, and 1 teen ended up losing his life, and the other guy who was with the teen, which has to be Castelia Cam, he was hospitalized, right? So, this whole situation of a 5 against 1 YN, I don't understand if that's going to be something that comes out later, right? Because how did this person get this information if this is valid? Now, even though the authorities have put out a description of the clothing, right, that these suspects were wearing, nothing concerning their facial features or their hair, right, their skin color. I guess they just assumed that we're supposed to know that these suspects are black, right? So, this right here says a lot that, they don't want to put out too much, and they're not going to put out too much, as, nothing else has came about. No suspects have been brought to justice behind this, and the streets are talking. And, not only are they talking, a lot of people are saying they know exactly, why this took place and why it happened. Now, with the initial rumor about how Zayy Staccs died at that smoke shop, right, was circulating on the internet, it was people disputing that. And This right here also goes along with the narrative that people were saying that they knew exactly what happened and why it happened to Zay. Okay, and somebody commented saying that that's not why his ass died, little bruh. Ain't nobody from his hood do that shit. What you talking about? We know who did this shit and why it happened. So once again, you know, the streets are claiming that, you know, they already got it solved without, you know, the police putting out more information and, you know, suspects being arrested. The streets are already saying they know why this occurred and who made it occur. It was tragic news of the rapper Zayy Staccs, better yet known to his family and friends as Xavier Jackson, dying a day right before his birthday. And it was only hours away, like an hour and a half, right before 12 o'clock on November 16th struck, that would have deemed him an 18-year-old. But unfortunately, he didn't get to make it to see the age of 18. And love, peace, and condolences go out to the family of Xavier Jackson in their time of bereavement. So fam, this was the story of a 17-year-old inspiring Memphis rapper, Zayy Staccs, who lost his life too soon to the streets and gun violence of the murderous, treacherous trenches of Memphis, Tennessee. Most of the times when people leave this earth and they leave loved ones wondering what could they have done to possibly save this person, possibly, you know, kept that person from going down a certain path that they were on. Well, Xavier Jackson, better yet known as rapper Zayy Staccs, he did have an athletic background, being that he was playing football and before the streets corrupted him, before he jumped off the porch. He had something going on that could have very well changed the course of that young man's life.
So how long you been rapping, my boy?
I ain't gonna lie, I just started rapping. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even been rapping a full 6 months, man.
So how old you is for the people that don't know?
Oh, 17, 12.
Nigga, you 17? I thought you about at least 21. Damn. Fool. So you still in school or you just graduated?
Yeah, no, I'm not in school. I dropped out 11th grade.
Damn. So why you drop out, fool? Like 11th grade, you had one more year.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I know that, I ain't gonna lie, I realized out of this school shit, nigga wasn't really getting shit out of this shit, but man, time at the school, my nigga just there, man, doing unnecessary work, man.
So can y'all see
I ain't gonna lie, I grew up playing on this football field right there, you can put that on the camera.
Yeah, so what do you hold like a...
No Haven Bulldog.
But just know that when you do decide to jump off the porch and you land in those streets, just know that there's a big chance that you could definitely get left in the streets. And y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. And until the next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in rap, hip-hop, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deep in the Buddha, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.